That's why it's important for you to have a team, to have
Mm.
this community. You have to build that kind of structure in your life, that you have
Yeah.
team.
No, that's
But in
cool.
terms
That's
of,
really
let's
cool.
say, like prioritizing, like let's so as you're leading Mobiliari Group, right? And I'm sure like Tatler has a big agenda, and you also do events, right? If
Yeah.
I'm not right.
Yes.
So sort of how do you kind of share your time between all the different focus areas that Mobiliari does? Like
Uh,
what does that process look like?
we have a team of around 250 people, right?
Mhm.
So every Tuesday, there is always a weekly meeting. I still lead the meeting every Tuesday morning. So that's how I get updates, and that's how we brainstorm actually. And my team now, they are very young, and I have to tell you, the young people today are super smart, and I learn from all of you. I learn from the young people. I was once young, right? So I get inspired from my team. They are very young, but they know what they want also.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
if that answers your question.
Oh no, totally. I think what I was trying to understand was like, let's say you want to focus on another work stream different than Tatler, but because Tatler is so successful, it's like, is there any pressure to, have a bias towards Tatler because it's so successful rather than, let's say, a more like smaller budding project that you're trying to
Yeah.
consider in your company.
Yeah. So maybe to
But
add
it
on
seems
to
like you just evaluate it as it goes.
Yeah. So to add on to Sean, basically, it's like when we're talking about career path, yeah, karena kan there's many, I guess like throughout your lifetime, there's going to be different projects that you want to do. Tapi kayak how do we know, I guess like taking on different projects, tapi also managing different projects and different kind of streams at once. Jadi misalnya kan we have our main job and we have our stable income, tapi mungkin kita juga mau lihat if we can explore, going to something a side project atau maybe even building our own side project or like, building up a new, I guess like let's say if we want to take on a new habit and then try to build that up. And so like how do we kind of manage that, and then like how do we for you can personally you also manage different kind of projects and different kinds of companies, and then Jerry, what is that day to day like, and how do you kind of manage kind of the overall that
That's why
process?
that's why it's important for you to have a team, to have
Mm,
this community. You have to build that kind of structure in your life, that you have
yeah.
team. Yeah, because you cannot be successful alone. That will never happen. You have to work together with more
Mm.
people. Yeah, remember that. I think if there's one important, most important advice, then that will be my advice.
Yeah, community, yeah, basically
Community.
having the people in your life, yeah,
You have to have
definitely.
people to help you, to
Yeah.
support you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. And I guess like also just as a kind of an overall view, yeah, okay, we're kind of going back to also maintaining identity under social pressure. I mean, you also don't go through that stuff alone, then especially during your hard times. Like it is good to always, have somebody you can turn to. Just like, building up like your mentality throughout that, like maybe low points of your life, and also being inspired by other people. I mean, that's all part of like that community. I mean, the community itself doesn't always have to be people that you see day to day. I mean, you're inspired by like books and autobiographies like from people around the world.
Yeah.
Jadi would you say that was like one of the central core kind of things that we should have, basically, that people and that someone that we can turn to, the people that we can turn to, whether it's going to be our friends or family members or even like an inspiring figure that we find online, things like that.
Right. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Get yourself inspired. I think this is important. So either by from books, or you are in the United States. There are so many inspiring people in United States that you can connect with, right?